Hey there YouTubers, YourGuitarSage here. Today we're going to learn how to play Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. And I've got my chart up on my screen here. I'm just going to start playing it. And I won't play the entire song all the way through just because there's a lot of repeats and we've only got a few minutes to cover the tune. But I will play and explain all the parts near the end of this video. So for those of you that can just watch and get what I'm doing, then awesome. For those of you that can't, stick around and we'll talk about the particulars, okay? So, and I'll play that beginning lick. I'll play that in a minute. Let's start off with the chords when he starts singing. It's going to go something like this. And I forget the lyrics to this tune. I'm teaching so many songs. I don't know these lyrics. For the vocal lesson to this, I guess you can watch someone who knows the lyrics. I'm teaching guitar today. Here we go. It's going to go something like this. Repeat that part. That's the verse. The chorus is going to go something like this. Okay, that's the chorus. And the break part is going to go. Then we're into a verse and a chorus again. So really, we're looking at three parts to this tune. The verse, the chorus, and the break. Okay? Now, there are no other parts to this song. They just repeat. Okay? So let's talk about the chords you're going to need in this tune. We're also going to talk about the construction for each one of the parts. And then we're also going to talk about the rhythm and the lick in the beginning. Okay? If we get time. Okay, to any of the techniques that we're talking about here today, if you don't understand them, check out YourGuitarSage.com and get the ebook that's on there. It will really help your understanding of some of the things that I'm talking about. If you do understand everything I'm talking about, then great. If you don't, get that ebook and it will really help and accentuate your playing. Okay? Also, you can get a hold of this chart and a bunch of other charts that I've got that I've specifically done for these teachings. Okay. So here you go. So the chords we're going to need for this song are G, C, and D. And I think that is the entire song. Oh, there's one E minor during the verses. Okay? So if you know a G, C, D, E minor, you've got this whole tune, okay, as far as the chords. Okay, let's talk about construction here, and then we'll talk about strumming and all that. Okay, the song's in 4, okay? So that means 4 beats per chord, okay? So, for instance, with the exception of the beginning, when you start singing, that's the part we're talking about. So it's like this. It's like, you can either write these chords down, or like I said, go to YourGuitarSage.com and you can see on how to get a hold of this chart. Okay, so it's going to go G for 4 beats, C for 4 beats, G for 4 beats, D for 4 beats. In fact, I'm not going to say 4 beats every time. It's 1 chord for each measure. I'll tell you if we need to double up. So back at the top of the song. G, C, G, D, G, C, G, D. Okay, that was 8 chords there. Repeat that whole 8 chords twice every time you play a verse. Okay? Those 8 chords that I just told you, repeat it twice, then go on to the second section of the verse, which is C, D, G, E minor, C, Okay, now, second verse comes up. It's the same as the last verse. The exact same. Okay? There's also after the second verse, there is a 2-bar or 2-measure section where you just play D. Okay? And then it's into the chorus. The chorus is going to go G, C, G, D. And then repeat that again. G, C, G, D. Okay? Alright, the break. And so all the choruses in the song are going to go like that. The break is going to go 4 measures of G. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then G, C, G, D. Okay, that's the break. The third verse is the same as verses 1 and 2, and at the end of verse 3, you also have that extended 2 bars of D in addition to the actual verse. Okay, let's talk about the strumming rhythm. Oh, and then there's a chorus out. Okay, so the last thing I think we hear is a chorus in that tune. Okay, looking at my time, we're doing good. Let's talk about the strumming for a minute here. The strumming on this, the strumming that I do that works real nice for this is 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4. Okay, some of you can just get that right away. Those of you that can't, check out the ebook. I have a whole battery of tests that will help you with your strumming and will really get your right hand or get your strumming hand really in sync. Okay, but for those of you that understand what I'm talking about, is 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4. And you pretty much can use that the whole time. So it's like 1, 2, and 4, and 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 1, 2, and. Okay, that sort of deal. Now that's a strumming rhythm for the whole thing. Thank goodness we still have time for this lick part here, that what we call a guitar lick, or a musical motif. It's basically a musical idea that we repeat. So in the beginning of this song, we do this here. At the 7th fret, we're going to go, so first finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string, second finger on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And you're going to go up in intervals like this. So you do that once, it's going to go. Now you're going to take that whole little idea that you just did there, slide it up to the 12th fret, and do the same exact thing. I'm sorry, it's not the same exact thing. It's a... No, it's not the same exact thing. It's... Yes, it is. I'm so sorry. It's the same exact thing. So down here you got... I had to think for a minute what key we were in. And then... So, at the 12th fret, just do the same motif, the same movement. Okay. Then, to end the lick, you're going to go... Okay, so first finger is on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Pinky is on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. And so you're going to hit both those together. And then you're going to go... So that's 7, 8... Yeah, 7, 8, 10 on the 2nd string. Alright, I'm looking at my time, guys, and we're out of time. So, hopefully you've learned something here today. If you have any more questions, hit YourGuitarSage.com and get that ebook. It's really going to help out. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and keep practicing. Alright, kids, get out of here.